So here we have another invasive species in our forest. So this is a native species. This is American beech. It's very good for wildlife. It puts out what we refer to as mast, so food source for wildlife. But in forestry, it can become very invasive. It is a shade-tolerant species. And oftentimes this species does have a disease, beech bark complex, which causes the main stem to produce lots of beech sprouts off of its root system, overtaking a whole area and then reducing other species, so the diversity that you would normally see in that area. What are your thoughts on beech control?
Well, it's a difficult plant to control because it's very aggressive. It's also shade tolerant, not liked by deer, so it established itself. And the problem with deer, they tend to feed on everything that they like in the forest and the forest floor, and everything that they don't like is now what's growing. And we've established this plant community that's a real problem. So this one, you can control it several ways. Cutting, repeated cutting will work, but you've got to be very aggressive because it stores its sugar and starches in the roots during the winter time, and then come spring, it'll come right back with vengeance. So harvesting or utilizing cutting this tree for firewood is great, but you will get a lot, like Kelly said, from the root suckers of the cut down parent tree.
So in heavily deer populated areas, you'll even see the deer do not like this normally, but you will see deer browsing on it. So if you see the deer browsing on this,
yes,
you got a big deer population.
If deer browse on this particular seedling, you know, that's a starvation food by deer. So it can be a real big problem. But it's a good firewood tree. A lot of landowners like to use it for cutting fire, for heating, because it's a hardwood and it has a lot of BTUs compared to some of the other hardwoods. And it's a smooth bark tree, generally speaking, so it's easy to handle.